Streets of Southside buzzed under flickering streetlights. Kwame and Malik crouched in an alley, eyes locked on Jamal's corner store. Inside, Jamal counted cash, his usual routine before closing up for the night. "I'm telling you, bro, this is our shot," Kwame whispered. "Jamal got racks in there. We just need to get in and get out." Malik hesitated. "Man, that dude ain't stupid. You think we just waltz in and take his money?" Kwame grinned. "Nah, we hit the back door while he locking up. Easy." Malik exhaled, shaking his head but following Kwame. Jamal finished counting, placing the money in a small safe under the counter. Outside, he flicked off the store lights and locked the front door. As he turned toward his car, Kwame and Malik slipped in through the back. The store was dim, shelves stocked with snacks and liquor. Kwame rushed to the counter, yanking the safe. It was heavy. "Help me, man," Kwame hissed. Malik grabbed the other side, but before they could move, a deep voice cut through the dark. "You serious right now?" Jamal stood at the entrance, a pistol hanging low in his hand. Kwame's heart pounded. Malik took a step back. "Jay, listen, we, shut up," Jamal said, stepping forward. "You think I don't know y'all been scheming? I let you slide when you shorted me last week. But this, he shook his head. Kwame's grip tightened on the safe. "Man, we just, bang." A shot fired into the ceiling. Kwame and Malik froze. Jamal smirked. "Y'all ain't built for this." Malik took another step back, hands raised. "We messed up. Jay, we'll fix it." Jamal's eyes locked onto Kwame. "I could drop you both right now." Silence. Then, Jamal holstered his pistol. "Leave the safe. And leave my sight before I change my mind." Kwame hesitated, but Malik grabbed his arm. "Come on." They ran. Back in the alley, Kwame punched a dumpster. "Damn." Malik shook his head. "Told you it was a bad idea." Kwame paced. "We can't just let it slide. Bro, we gotta hit back." Malik stared at him, then at the store, then at the dark street beyond it. "Or," Malik said, voice low, "we just stay alive." Kwame stopped. He knew what that meant. They just made an enemy. And in Southside, enemies didn't forget. A week passed, but the air in Southside was different now. Word got around fast. Everybody knew Kwame and Malik had tried to rob Jamal, and failed. At the spot, the local hangout, the two sat at a corner booth, heads low as whispers floated around them. "I heard Jamal let him walk." That's a damn mercy, if you ask me. Man, they must be next on his list. Kwame clenched his jaw. "I'm not gon' let him punk us like this." Malik leaned in, voice hushed. "Bro, let it go. He let us breathe. That's a gift." Kwame shook his head. "Nah, we either get him first, or we end up ghosts." Later that night, Kwame paced his bedroom. Malik sitting on the bed, arms crossed. "We take him out," Kwame said. "We hit him when he don't see it coming." Malik's face hardened. "You serious? You wanna go to war with Jamal? He already at war with us." Kwame shot back. "He just ain't pulled the trigger yet." Malik shook his head. "You tryna prove something? Or you tryna survive?" Kwame hesitated. Then, he sighed. "Man, I can't go out like no fool." Malik stood. "Sometimes the smartest move is walking away." Kwame looked at him, eyes burning. "You walking?" Malik hesitated. Then, he turned for the door. "I ain't dying over your ego, Kwame." Door slammed shut. Kwame wasn't backing down. If Malik wouldn't ride, he'd do it alone. That night, he sat outside Jamal's store, hoodie low, pistol heavy in his lap. Jamal would close up soon. That was the moment. One shot, and he'd take back his respect. But as Kwame reached for the handle, a black car pulled up. Two men stepped out. Jamal's guys. They weren't looking for him. They were looking for Malik. Kwame's stomach turned. This wasn't just about him anymore. Kwame wasn't backing down. If Malik wouldn't ride, he'd do it alone. That night, he sat outside Jamal's store, hoodie low, pistol heavy in his lap. Jamal would close up soon. That was the moment. One shot, and he'd take back his respect. But as Kwame reached for the handle, a black car pulled up. 2 men stepped out. Jamal's guys. They weren't looking for him. They were looking for Malik. Kwame's stomach turned. This wasn't just about him anymore. Kwame sped through Southside, heart racing. He knew where Malik would be, his cousin's apartment on 38th. When he got there, Malik was already outside, arguing with the 2 men. "We ain't gotta do this," Malik was saying. "I ain't even part of it no more." One of the men pulled a gun. Kwame didn't think. He stepped out the car, raised his pistol, and fired. The first man dropped. The second turned, but Kwame was faster. Another shot. He was down. Malik stumbled back, eyes wide. "What the hell, bro?" Kwame grabbed his arm. "No time. We gotta move." Sirens in the distance. They ran. Hours later, they were hiding in an abandoned warehouse. Breath heavy, Kwame wiped sweat from his face. "I had to. Man." Malik stared at him, anger and relief mixing. "You just made it worse." Kwame exhaled. "We in this together now." Malik shook his head. "Nah, you put us in this." Silence. Finally, Malik spoke. "We gotta leave town." Kwame hesitated. "And run. Or die." Kwame looked away. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. But he knew Malik was right. They had one choice left: disappear. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Kwame and Malik sat in county, awaiting trial. No bond. Too many charges. They were looking at serious time. Armed robbery, attempted murder, resisting arrest. The worst part? Jamal was still out there. Kwame lay on his bunk, staring at the ceiling. "We gotta figure a way out of this." Malik sat on the lower bunk, arms crossed. "Ain't no way out, bro, only way is through." Kwame sat up. "Nah, we get a lawyer, we cut a deal." "Maybe." Malik cut him off. "A deal? You mean snitch?" Silence. Kwame sighed. "Man, we already done." Malik shook his head. "Nah, you done. I still got people. I still got a way out." Kwame frowned. "What that mean?" Malik didn't answer. But the next day, he had a visitor, and that's when everything changed. Malik sat across from Detective Harris, a grizzled cop who'd been after Jamal for years. "You and your boy are looking at 15 to life," Harris said, flipping through a file. "But I'm willing to cut you a deal." Malik leaned back. "I ain't no snitch," Harris smirked. "I don't need you to testify. I just need info. Jamal's operation, where he moves, who his suppliers are." Malik stayed silent. Harris continued. "You help me, I help you. I can make some charges disappear." Malik clenched his jaw. "And Kwame?" Harris sighed. "Your boy is reckless. He made his bed." Malik exhaled. He had a choice to make, and this time, he wasn't going down for Kwame's mistakes. 2 weeks later, Kwame was called into a surprise court hearing. He sat next to his public defender, confused. "What's going on?" The lawyer shrugged. "New developments. Someone gave up intel on Jamal's operation." The Fed swooped in. Kwame's stomach dropped. The judge walked in. "Mr. Bryant, your co-defendant has accepted a plea deal in exchange for cooperation." Kwame froze. "What?" The judge kept reading. "Malik Thompson's testimony helped dismantle a major criminal network. He will be released on parole after serving 2 years." Kwame's chest burned. Malik snitched. He turned, scanning the courtroom, and then he saw him. Malik stood near the exit, dressed in regular clothes, free, their eyes locked. Kwame stood, rage surging through him. "You ain't nothing, Malik." Malik held his gaze for a moment. Then, he walked away. Kwame's fate was sealed. 25 years. No parole.